My last video was about stuck in the comfort zone, and I got such great responses, and I just touched a little bit about things you can do to help move out of that. And someone asked me to expand on that, so that's what this video is about today, about the small intentional steps that you can make a difference, to move the needle just a little bit out of your comfort zone. You know, we think that sometimes when you're in self-improvement or personal growth, that it's got to be painful and overwhelming and chaotic, and it doesn't have to be like that if you're intentional about some steps to take. And I'm going to go through those today, so stay tuned. Um, the first thing is to redefine what leaving your comfort zone means. It doesn't mean you abandon the safety you feel there. It means that you're going to stretch just a little bit. You know, growth resides just on the other side of your comfort zone, in a small, intentional movement. If you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, you've taken on too much too fast. So you want to back up a little bit. Number two is you start with small, uncomfortable steps, things that are manageable. You start with awareness. What are your excuses? What's holding you back from stepping out of this? Maybe it's something you want to quit. You know, I worked in the addiction field for over 20 years, in, quitting using drugs or drinking alcohol is way outside of a comfort zone. That was their solution for a long time. And so maybe it's something you want to quit, like overeating. So, not necessarily things you want to start. My dog's excited about this video. She has the zoomies. So you start with one small, uncomfortable step. Ask yourself, what feels uncomfortable but very doable for me? And you start there. What is it that you think you can do? And do that. One little step. Drink, so you want to eat healthy. So start by drinking more water. When I work with clients, coaching them, I have them make a map. And in this map, it's where are you over here? And then where do you want to be over here? And then I have them draw circles on a piece of paper and put those things in those circles that can achieve moving. And so you take one circle at a time. And this works for anything that you want to obtain, whether it's a different job. What would you like to do? Where are some things that I can, um, find out what's available? Indeed, Monster, LinkedIn, those things. And, and you just, make little circles. And then it might be update my resume and set it up in Indeed. Reach out on LinkedIn to people that are in that same line of work. Research, become aware. You can just say no one time. I was accommodating, and I would avoid conflict. And to say no the first time, or to challenge someone in a small way, were gigantic steps for me. But I got a little bit of momentum by doing that. Try something new. You want to go to a yoga class? Find a small yoga class. Or maybe a friend that's already doing yoga that you could meet up with at her house or yours and try some yoga. Um, what's one thing you could try that you're not good at? Certainly, if you want to start a YouTube channel, the only way to learn how to do a YouTube channel is to do a YouTube channel. And all of this comes up, you know, and it it's expect the fear. You're going to have fear and you're going to be afraid. But courage is fear that said its prayers. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Small steps, consistent steps. There's a page in one of my motivation books, and it's about Vince Lombardi and how he took the Green Bay Packers from 15 season losing streak to win the championship. And his motto is, inches make champions. Just a little better, just a little step, just that one thing that you can do. When self-sabotage creeps back in, admit it, accept it, engage again. Each small step builds evidence that you can move forward. Each little tiny step. You know, it's like the baby learning to walk. They don't just stand up and take off. They take a couple of steps and they sit down on their bottom. And they get up again. They don't sit there and think, I can't do this. It's too hard. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't know tech stuff. The excuses can be endless, but they keep you stuck in your comfort zone. And lastly, figure out why you want to do this. Why do you want to move out of your comfort zone? Write a strong why. And every time you get discouraged, because you will, every time you get overwhelmed, because you will, you look at your why. You can also write a mission statement. That's kind of like your why. And then you grow at your own pace. Like planting a seed, if you stand there and just watch it, you're not going to see it grow. She's certainly excited about this video. So I hope you liked what I share here. I work with people in a coaching capacity to help them get unstuck and overcome destructive loops in their lives. Everyone needs help. I got a lot of help to move out of my comfort zone and into a life that's full and abundant. I try something new all the time, and I got to go through the same process every single time I do something new. And lastly, I want to add, I'm a woman of faith, and I had a lot of help from God, who brought just the right people in my life to aid me in my journey. Today I can say I'm me. So let me remind you to be you on purpose.